Hey, what's up guys? Today we're doing another video on some possible modern 75th Ranger AVS setups, so let's get right into it. So for the first one, this is going to be my personal gunner setup that I run when I run my Polarstar 249. So as you can see, I still have the SOF LCS V2 admin like I did in my other video, as well as my Red Group Milsim team patch. And then again, to the right of that, I have an MSA U94 push-to-talk with the coiled wire, pretty much the same as the other one. The major difference is I have a SOF LCS M60 pouch and an SOF LCS nutsack. This I use to hold a box mag, and this I use to hold like the smaller nutsack for the 249. I switched away from the double nutsack because this allows me to run the larger box mag, and then if I choose to, I can run the smaller nutsack or use this as a GP pouch, which is right in front. And then moving over to the left side of the cummerbund, I just have a V2 frag like I did in my other video. Took out the M60 obviously and put it up here, but this is nice for when I need Enola Gay frags. Bear again in the back, and then for the back panel, pretty similar to the last video, but I just have my V2 embedder with my Crye PRC 148 and the wire running through the shoulder covers, and then the horizontal hydro, which I modded to make it vertical, which I use for my tank. So I just open this up right here and I put the tank in and it fits perfectly, so that's good. And then run the line through the shoulder straps. And then in terms of the right side, it's the same as my other video, just an RLCS banger upside down, and then another V2 frag so I can carry more frag grenades. Obviously, Crye padded shoulder covers, same as my other video, so you know the whole deal. But this setup works pretty well for me because it has everything I need and I don't have any extra weight on me. So after a few tries, I finally decided that this would be the final setup for my 249 when I decided to run it. So let's move on to the next one. So for this next one, this is my Rifleman setup with the capability of still running a radio. As you can see up top, I still have the same thing, just a V2 admin and the MSA U94 PTT next to it. And then the difference is below that I have my ATS triple shingle, and in that I'm housing my PTSP mags. It's nice because you can either choose to run the bungees or not. The retention is good enough for either, so that's good. And then sometimes I'll choose to put either a V2 frag or a banger on front, but for this setup I just left it bare. And then moving to the left side of the cummerbund, as you can see, I moved my V2 embedder from the back to the front because this allows me to access the radio myself, whereas the other one I would either have to have someone do it for me or take off my plate carrier, so this is nice. I just have the coiled wire running through the shoulder strap and then back through the little Velcro tubes, which is also where the antenna is being held in place, so works really well. And then behind that I just have Eagle nutsack, which obviously is used for GP, extra mags, or just my speed loader, so works well. And then to the back, as you can see, it's fairly blank or bare, but I have the two RLCS bangers, one on the left and one on the right. This is just for team access when clearing rooms and whatnot, so it's a nice setup. I don't have them squished together just so that way it's easier to unbuckle and put things back in, so there's that. And then on the right side of the cummerbund, as you can see, I have my two V2 frags, which are obviously used for Enola Gay frag grenades. So I have them on my cummerbund just so they're easier to access and I can use them myself or hand them off to a teammate, so that's nice. I always think it's a good rule of thumb to keep at least two frags and a banger on you at all times, just because for when clearing. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this setup, so let's get right into the next one. So for this last one, this is a Rifleman setup with some of the last items kind of switched around and just some little minor changes, but as you can see, I took out the V2 admin and I moved the 2 V2 frags that were on the cummerbund and I put them on the front plate bag. This is just for easier access, so I like this setup a little bit and I've seen it sometimes. And as you can see below that, just the same thing with the ATS triple shingle housing my PTSP mags. And then to the left side of the cummerbund, same thing again with the V2 embedder for my 148 and then the Eagle nutsack. Then to the back, just the same thing with the 2 RLCS bangers on the left and the right. And then the right side of the cummerbund, just a minor change, and I added a Eagle FB to house another PMag. So this setup was fairly quick and just slightly modified in comparison to the last one, but for all these setups you can really just switch them in and out however you like. So say you don't want the ATS shingle, you can either put an Eagle 3x2 or you can move an FB and make it just 3 in the front, just really however you want. I've also seen Blue Force Gear 10 speeds, but I don't have any of those, so that's another option. But yeah, all these setups are just kind of what I've found from pictures and kind of modified them a little bit to fit what I need. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Just like, comment, subscribe. See you.
Yeah.